Maya Verma had taken 3 years to rebuild her life, brick by broken brick. Faded were the nights spent awaking in a cold sweat, hearing ghost bullets firing in her sleep. Faded were the perpetual shadows following her every move. She had left that existence, the one with Rafe DeLuca. Rafe wasn't a man. He was fire in silk suits, the kind of fire that incinerated everything it came into contact with. Obsessive, magnetic, mind-shatteringly devoted, and mind-shatteringly deadly. 3 years earlier, when his fixation on her became unbearable, when love made way for possession, Maya had fled. Now, at 27, she had a peaceful apartment in Mumbai, a secure job as an art restorer at a museum, and the indulgence of quiet. Until the quiet was shattered. The first was a black sedan parked on the other side of the street. Sleek, dark windows. She reassured herself it was an accident. The second was the bunch of scarlet roses left on her porch, no message, but just that heady, remembered smell. And the third was him. He strode into her life as if he had never been gone. The gallery's closing night shone with champagne flutes and the murmur of art critics when the room went suddenly still at the presence of him. Rafe DeLuca, tall, broad shoulders, black shirt rolled to the elbows like he owned the evening. His hair was darker, cut sharp, but his eyes, those storm grey eyes, still held the same cruel hunger. Maya, he breathed, taking a step nearer so that her pulse could run like a wild thing. Did you expect to be able to hide from me? Her breath stung. All the other people receded. The guests, the paintings, the courteous chatter. She was 24 years old again, shaking with his shadow on her. But Maya had found a way to battle her fear. You don't belong here, Rafe, she told him calmly. Get out. But Rafe smiled. It was slow, sinister, soul-breakingly familiar. I'm not here to steal your peace, my amor, he whispered. I'm here because your life is in danger. Maya despised how easily her body betrayed her. The instant Rafe leaned near, her heart pounded to a rhythm she believed she'd buried. Memories clawed their way back. The way his hand had cradled her face, as if she was the sole delicate thing in a vicious world. The way his lips had spoken forever even when his empire had screamed otherwise. She had left because his love wasn't safe. What threat? She snapped, gripping her glass hard. There's a new player emerging in the underground, Rafe answered, speaking softly. They're not after me. They're after you. Maya spat out a harsh laugh. Me? I'm a restorer, not a crime queen. Rafe's expression turned black. Because of me, you were targeted. You think you could just walk away from that? You couldn't. She turned away, refusing to let his words seep in. But as she moved, his hand closed around her wrist, not forceful, but unyielding. I never stopped loving you, he said, voice rough. 3 years. Every night. Maya. You're still mine. The old fire sparked, and she yanked free. I was never yours to keep. Still, by the time she arrived home that evening, the silence had an added weight. Shadows stretched out longer. And when she discovered her window open a crack, even though she was certain she had closed it, a shiver ran down her spine. Perhaps Rafe was dishonest. Perhaps he wasn't. 2 nights afterwards, the first message came. A note of paper pushed under her door. No signature. Only 4 words. He can't save you. Maya froze. Her shaking fingers called the police, but left it incomplete. What could she tell them? That her mafia boyfriend said someone was stalking her? That a shadow war was intruding on her peaceful life? By the 3rd note, this one inserted in her handbag, fear overcame denial. She headed for the only individual who could possibly provide answers. Rafe's penthouse gazed out over the Arabian Sea, sparkling with the insolence of unassailable wealth. She reminded herself that she was here solely for answers, not for any other reason. When he opened the door, barefoot in black slacks, his face changed from surprise to self-satisfied. Couldn't stay away, eh? Don't be conceited, she snapped, entering. Someone is threatening me. If you have information, share it. Rafe's jaw clenched. They've moved in closer than I expected. Who are they? She demanded. He didn't respond, instead taking her chin in his hand, turning her face up. His thumb swept along her jaw, rekindling flame she'd wanted gone for a long time. I promise you, Maya, I'll incinerate the world before anyone touches you. Her breath caught. She despised him for making her ache with yearning even in this moment. Stop it, she breathed. I don't want your fixation. I want the truth. And then, of course, came the twist. The one after you, Rafe said at last, isn't my enemy. It's yours. Someone near you. Maya's blood ran cold. Days swirled together in a hedge of tension. Rafe posted guards outside her building, followed her everywhere. She complained, fought him, swore at him, but a part of her rested better with him around. And then came the ridiculous, nearly comical moment, because life had a wicked sense of humor. To protect her, Rafe made her stay at his penthouse. On her first morning there, she entered the kitchen to see two of his tattered bodyguards in aprons arguing over how much sugar was in chai. One of them, giant, bald, frightening, went red in the face when he caught sight of her. Ah, good morning, Miss Maya. Want some paratha? Maya laughed aloud, startling herself. The sound was foreign, but liberating. For one brief moment, even Rafe, who was leaning in the doorway, grinned. That evening, they were forced to go to a charity gala as a cover, Rafe insisted. Maya was not so sure. It was his reason for showing her off on his arm once more. Under the chandeliers, with his hand on the small of her back, sparks flared perilously. They danced, and though she said, "This means nothing," her body moved as if it still recalled every step with him. Halfway through the evening, she saw someone observing her too intently, her co-worker from the museum, Arjun. His gaze was chilly, calculating. When their eyes clashed, he glided away into the crowd. A chill traveled down her spine. The truth was untangled violently. Arjun, the unobtrusive, cooperative colleague who always filled in her late shifts, was not what he appeared. He had an affiliation with the very underworld that desired vengeance against Rafe. But rather than attack Rafe himself, they aimed at Maya, his sole vulnerability. As Maya found Arjun breaking into the museum archives late one night, the encounter became deadly. "You were never the victim," he taunted. "You were the weapon. Hurt him through you." But Arjun never got the chance to attack. Rafe materialized, gun leveled, rage burning. The confrontation was vicious, quick. In the turmoil, Maya did something unthinkable, picked up a heavy statue and slammed Arjun to the ground herself, protecting Rafe. There was a long moment of quiet, punctuated only by their harsh breathing. Rafe's eyes clung to her, not with possessiveness, not with domination, but with something gentler. Wonder. "You saved me," he breathed. Maya shook, releasing the weapon. Tears filled her eyes. "I saved myself." The dust had settled after Arjun's betrayal was revealed. His network collapsed under Rafe's backlash. For the first time in years, Maya felt the burden lift. Their final night together, standing on the balcony facing the sea, Rafe spoke softly. "I loved you wrongly before," he confessed. "I tried to possess you. That wasn't love, it was terror of losing you. I can't guarantee I'm not a monster, Maya. But I can guarantee this monster only for you." Her heart, battle-scarred but still longing, finally broke open. "Then love me correctly this time," she whispered. He kissed her, desperate, savage, but gentle in a way she had never experienced. City lights dissipated, waves pounded, and for the first time, their passion no longer burned. It glowed. Years down the line, in a seaside town away from mafia hues, Maya had her own art studio. Kids poured in and out, paint smudged on their cheeks. And each night, Rafe would enter with that same storm-grey look, tempered now with tranquility. In the middle of an afternoon, As a little girl pulled at his arm, addressing him as Uncle Rafe, he hunkered down, chuckling, a sound Maya previously believed impossible from him. See? He teased her gently. Even monsters can be domesticated. She laughed, wiping paint from her cheek. No, Rafe. Not domesticated. Loved. And for once, the demented Mafia X wasn't holding her hostage. He was her forever.